mit 25 Jan Scheller und 39 Adrian Grimaldi. Auf der Ersatzbank bei SC Paderborn sitzen heute die Nummer 1 Belle Böttling, mit Nummer 4 Albin Backelmann, mit Nummer 17 Lauri Kuda, mit 26 Sebastian Klaas, mit 36 Felix Latte, mit 7 Philipp Divia, mit 9 Mika Bauer, mit 21 Anton Feuerle, mit 29 Ilfas Ansa, mit 33 Marcel Hofmeister, mit 43 Martin Enz, mit 45 Marco Giel, mit der 12 Florian Bruce, mit 30 Markus Schubert und mit 46 Louis Engels. And the Birmingham City FC places the players 33, Bailey Birkhoff Farrell, mit 2, Ethan Lane, mit 4, Tommy Fogatti, mit 11, Köl Nilci, mit 12, Balk Seungho, mit 14, Casey Anderson, mit 17, Nancy Maxi, mit 20, Abby May, mit 21, Romele Donovan, mit 24, Lad Faini, mit 26, Brendan Kala. Und auf der Ersatzbank bei Birmingham sitzen heute 3, Lee Buchanan, 5, Theon Sanderson, 7, Emil Hansen, 8, George Hall, 10, Lukas Jutkewitz, 15, Byron Pendleton, 16, Sahib Kamara, 18, Frank Tatum, 19, Jordan James, 23, Raya Batteman, 27, Josh Home, 34, Ryan Ellison. Ja, ganz besonders begrüßen wir die mitgereisten Fans aus Birmingham und Paderborn. Hello Birmingham, you are welcome here in Birmingham Studio in Adelaide.
Bedanken müssen wir uns auch bei allen Sponsoren, die den SVTC tatkräftig unterstützen.
Well, hello and welcome to the Pendling Stadium and to Blues TV for the first time this season. We are live on Facebook and YouTube for Blues' first pre-season friendly of the 24-25 campaign. A condensed 3-day tour reaches its conclusion here in the northwest region of Austria against Bundesliga 2 side SC Paderborn. Just 5.5 weeks after his appointment, the Chris Davies era starts today. The reset button, well, it's firmly been pressed on the football club, and before a single ball has been kicked, the feel-good factor has certainly returned. Record season ticket sales are testament to that. Significant improvements to the stadium and a young, talented and ambitious manager to help shape a new-look Blue squad and bring that winning feeling back to Birmingham. Today provides the first chance for Chris Davies to see his players in competitive action and supporters to catch a glimpse of the new boys. 4 summer signings so far, plenty more to come I'm sure, and 2 of them in the starting lineup for Blues. We'll have a run through of those sides in just a second, but Alfie May and Bailey Peacock Farrell are among a starting 11 which contains a mixture of young and seasoned professionals. The 2 teams are ready to take to the pitch. Plenty of Blue support have made the trip over to Austria. The flags adorned right the way across the railings here at the Paddling Stadium. And as the teams make their way onto the pitch, let's take a look at that Blues lineup then. It's Bailey Peacock Farrell in goal. Ethan Laird skippers the side this afternoon from fullback, with Tommy Fogarty, Leif Fernie and Menzi Majwi making up a youthful-looking Blues backline. Paik Sung Ho and Brandon Keeler in the middle of the park, while Keshi Anderson and Koji Miyoshi will occupy the wide areas. 17-year-old Ramal Donovan playing in the 10 role behind new boy Alfie May. Now, we do expect Blues to change all 11 players at the break. So 45 minutes for those 11. As for Paderborn, they're a little further along in their pre-season progress, having already played 2 fixtures this summer. The latest against Dynamo Kiev here in Austria just 3 days ago. They're expected to line up in a 3-4-3 formation if Chris Davies' homework is to be believed. So the 2 sides going through their preliminary handshakes. We have the referee Arns Talic, the assistant Armin Talic and Christian Stoiger are your men in the middle this afternoon. As we already mentioned, plenty of Blues support have enjoyed themselves over these past few days. And a chance for a new start. A new start for those existing players. Of course, the new boys as well. Paderborn made no less than 7 summer signings themselves, so sizable contingent have made the trip across from Germany. So good support for both sides. But time for Blues to sharpen their pre-season with some competitive action. A couple of training sessions out here in Austria. Blues stationed about 30 minutes away. But this is what it's all about, seeing Blues in action. And just looking for 1 or 2 hints, aren't you, as to 1 or 2 players that are looking particularly sharp. There's a chance to see Blues in their new strip as well. But it's Paderborn that are going to get us off and running. And then all yellow, or orange, I should say, away strip. An early challenge for Ethan Laird and Tommy Fogarty to deal with. Here's a Paderborn side made up primarily of German natives. There are a couple of international players among their ranks. There's the goalkeeper Arne Schultz with some early touches with his feet. Battle for Tommy Fogarty again. Looks like a physical challenge for that Blues backline. An early touch for Bailey Peacock Farrell, and lots been made of that battle for the #1 jersey, which I think we'll see unfold over the course of the summer. Two very capable goalkeepers recruited by Craig Gardner and his team. Plenty of patterns being worked on as well, which start off with the ball at the feet of the Blues goalkeeper. You can see here, got to know their jobs and how Blues are going to play their way up the pitch. Donovan can't quite get hold of it. Scheller goes back to Schultz. Majwi to Fogarty. I'm not sure if you can hear at home. I think a Blues fan's got hold of the microphone here at the paddling stadium. Here's Koji Miyoshi. Donovan dropping a little deeper. Laird involved in the early exchanges. So look for Keshi Anderson. It's a beautiful pass as well. Couldn't quite get hold of it. The offside flag up on this near side. Castaneda. Chance for Blues to settle on the ball. Donovan looking for Anderson. Here's Goetze.
Yes, thank you.
Scheller back to Goetze once more. The ball seeking out Sven Michel, who has returned to the club this summer for his second stint. The physical number 11 that both Tommy Fogarty and Ethan Laird have gone shoulder to shoulder with already in these opening 3 minutes. Peik out to Brandon Keeler. Here's Peik. Fernie finds Majwi, looking for that run of Donovan again. Elfime putting the pressure on high up the pitch, followed up by Anderson. Donovan as well. Peik joins the party, Majwi too, and Paderborn looking to play through that Blues press. They've done a pretty good job of it. Obermeyer down that right hand side, bit of space to deliver across, headed clear by Miyoshi. Mujlu, the left back for Paderborn. Blue shape forces it all the way back to Schultz once more, but Blues trying that high press, which Chris Davies has spoke about, that intensity that he wants from his side. Paderborn answering back with some neat passing up the pitch, so interesting to see how that battle develops. Again, another pass looking to get Michel away. It's Ethan Laird on the cover, but there's orange shirts up in this attack for Paderborn. Kosten's one of them. Obermeyer racing to keep it in play. Kosten's out to Obermeyer once more. Lively opening 5 minutes here on Blues TV. Mujlu. Here's Scheller. Back to Goetze. Castaneda away down this left-hand side. Opportunity for Zentner to put the cross in. It's a big challenge from Fairney. And the referee awards Blues with the free kick. He's gesturing for a handball, but Blues eager to get things going with Peacock Farrell. Blues trying to build those patterns from inside their own half, deep inside the box, as Paik takes a neat turn away from his marker, and now it relieves Donovan with a bit of space. Here's Anderson in off that left-hand side. Paik finds Laird. Keller to Miyoshi. Neat footwork in a tight space, and Miyoshi gets away from his marker. Too many blue shirts to aim for. May and Donovan too furthest forward, but Keller has a bit of space to work in. The chance for Blues. And the first meaningful raid downfield. Brandon Keeler, a player who has impressed one or two in these first few sessions, full of confidence back from his loan spell in Ross County last season. 14 appearances in total for him. And here he is, Brandon Keeler, looking for May. Intercepted though, and Paderborn launching a counter-attack. It's Castaneda, pulled to the ground by Ramel Donovan. Schultz with the long ball downfield. Ethan Laird shielding the ball away from Adriano Grimaldi. And Ethan Laird takes a tumble for his troubles. Well, Blues with the throw in. A good even start to the game. It's what you want from these pre-season friendlies. Good competitive action. Blues to be tested as Donovan goes through the legs of Sven Michel. Peacock Farrell finds Majwi, and he has room to manoeuvre. Paik dropping into that Blues backline. Here's Fogarty, Miyoshi. It's all about being composed when on the ball for Blues. You hear Chris Davies down pitch side right in front of us here at the gantry. Early instructions to go and jump and press high up the pitch, but also to play two-touch when possible, keep that ball moving. Anderson doing just that, looking to release Alfie May. He loves to run in behind, and he is lively, identified not just because of his goals, but the work rate that he possesses as well. He will be the trigger man in this Blues side. Now Keller putting the pressure on. Miyoshi likewise. Luca Herman. Back to Schultz, and Blues force the error, and that's exactly what Chris Davies wants from his side. That's a praise for Brandon Keeler in that initial phase as Ramel Donovan gives it away. Chance for Paderborn to counter, but Ethan Laird goes to ground, and now Blues can launch an attack of their own. Castaneda out towards that right-hand side is Obermeyer. And Fernie comfortably goes back to Peacock Farrell. 10 minutes in here on YouTube and Facebook. Still Blues 0, SC Paderborn 0. Anderson and Donovan looking to combine. Obermeyer Releases Costons down that right-hand side. 3 up in this Paderborn attack. It's a really good recovering challenge from Leif Fernie. Just got in behind that Blues backline momentarily, but Fernie sensing the danger. And out for a throw in front of one of many Blues flags here from right across the city. Costons with the header. Volleyed clear by Brandon Keeler. Press again from Keller, and it forces Paderborn back. It's a Paderborn side who have reached the Bundesliga twice in the past 10 years. They're looking to do that this season as well. It's Sven Michel with the strike. And Sven Michel opens the scoring. Fires it into the bottom corner. Peacock Farrell with no chance. And 11.5 minutes on the clock. Blues trail by a 1-0. Felt kindly, didn't it, to Grimaldi in the build-up. He put it on a plate for Sven Michel. One thought in his mind. He drills it into that bottom corner. His manager commenting this week just about the age of the Paderborn striker. Said the older they get, the better they get, like heavyweight boxers, and it's Paderborn that have landed the first blow. So how do Blues respond to going behind? Jonathan looking for Majri. Anderson can't quite keep hold of it. And again, Grimaldi looking to race in behind. Fogarty going stride for stride. And it's Michel again with a chance to double the lead. And it's 2 goals in as many minutes for Paderborn. Blues 0, Paderborn 2. And it's 2 goals for the veteran striker Sven Michel. No mistake, into that bottom corner, this time down to Peacock Farrell's left-hand side, down to his near post. Blues hit 2 goals in 2 minutes. So Blues just need to settle themselves, don't they? Having conceded, that's what the response was going to be, but 2 goals in 2 minutes. Blues got to get playing again. It's Miyoshi into Laird. He's dispossessed. Michel again looking for Grimaldi. We were speaking about the quality in this Paderborn side. They've been to the Bundesliga twice in the past 10 years. Has been a bit of a volatile period in their history. They've dropped to the 3rd tier as well as promotion to the Bundesliga, so very much a side challenging that top 10 in the Bundesliga too. 2 goals to the good inside 15 minutes. Here's Fernie. Mersmy finds Donovan. Who's just composing themselves, getting a feel for the ball again, trying to find a way of breaking down this competitive Paderborn side. Sven Michel Losing out to Keller, looking for May. Laird looking for a bit of movement. Keller on the move. Koji Miyoshi a little more advanced, but pitch can open up with Donovan. Looking for Anderson onto the chest of Keshi Anderson. This spells danger. Anderson into the box, just jinking onto that left foot. Cut out by Castaneda. Up towards Grimaldi. Fogarty first to it. Keller challenging. Miyoshi looking for the volley. Leaves it to Laird, who bursts into the box. Hits the byline and lifts one towards the far post, but no one there to take advantage. Mashwi with the challenge. Herman just helping it on. Paik Sung Ho can just put his foot on the ball for Blues. Maswi. Paik again dropping into the heart of that Blues backline. Fogarty finds Laird, looking to combine with Miyoshi. Back with Arne Schultz. Here's Santiago Castaneda. Scheller finds Obermeyer. Brave header from Fairney. Took a bump from Grimaldi and an apologetic hand from the Paderborn striker. Blues eager to get this going and get back into the game. Anderson. Paik finding Fogarty. Just saturated half of the pitch that Blues are going to have to play in here to try and break this Paderborn side down. Helped on by Laird and out for a Blues throw-in. Cleared up towards Grimaldi. They seem to have settled themselves after that quick-fire double. Paik back to Fogarty. Peacock foul downfield. May will give chase. Schultz. Michelu back to his goalkeeper. Takes no chances with the clearance. Laird beating Grimaldi to it. Falls kindly for Majwi. Anderson. Paik into Laird. And a free kick for Blues to set up. Lots of work yesterday afternoon on set plays. The Blues have gone short on this occasion. I was looking to get a feel for the ball. Here's Paik back to Laird. Anderson stretching the pitch, just maintaining width on that far side, looking to combine with May. Beaten to it by Shark Scheller. Throw in deep inside Paderborn territory as we creep up towards the 20-minute mark. Clearance which Fogarty reads well, just helped up and over the top again for Grimaldi to give chase. Ethan Laird puts the cover on. It's going to fall for Sven Michel once more. Inches away. Blues still haven't cleared the danger. Michel looking for Grimaldi. And it's up into the air, but Sven Michel, the danger man. inches away from a first half hat-trick. And a big let-off for Blues. One ball over the top, just caught Blues napping. Ethan Laird looked isolated as Blue tries to clear. As we mentioned, plenty of youth in this Blues side, particularly across that back line. Tommy Fogarty, Leif Fernie, Menzi Majri. Ethan Laird, really the elder statesman, still in his early 20s. And a good problem for Blues to have to figure out. How do they break down this Paderborn side and keep the door shut at the other end? Lovely clearance from Peacock Farrell, who picks out Miyoshi a plum. And he looks to find Anderson. Takes it on the chest, almost the chin of Keshi Anderson. Looking for Keller. Cleared by Luca Herman, but recycled well by Majri. Here's Donovan. Lost his footing, straight back up and keeps hold of it. Such a smooth operator, isn't he, the 17-year-old Ramel Donovan. Fogarty looking for Miyoshi, but the flag brings the move to a halt. Obermeyer. Scheller. Castaneda. Anderson got 3 orange shirts for company, trying to wriggle free of the Paderborn defenders. He's done just that. Anderson looking for a blue shirt, didn't quite find one. There was only May and Miyoshi inside the 18-yard box. Great individual work though by Keshi Anderson. Keller ventured out from that central position towards the left flank, but Anderson, of course, a player who the club exercised that option for a further year. Like many of that existing squad, would fancy to be a player of real quality in League One. And Blues press means that Paderborn relinquish the ball once again. Here's Laird. Fernie out to that man Anderson. 2 touches from Maswi, taking a pocket of space to play forwards. A touch from Donovan, a little behind Miyoshi. Blues just lending the ball. Fogarty into Donovan, Castaneda. The roadblock. Keller, good position from the young Blues midfielder. Anderson drifting in. Paik starting to orchestrate for Blues. A good spell of possession for Chris Davies' side. Michel. He tries his luck from quite a distance. Clearly full of confidence, but comfortable for Peacock Farrell, and Blues can launch a counter-attack down the other end. It's Donovan looking for May. Blues back on the hunt for the ball. 25 minutes in, Blues trail by 2-0 here on YouTube and Facebook. Sven Michel's 2 goals in 2 minutes put the German side in a commanding position in this first half, but Blues starting to get a foothold. And again, Paik just deployed as that deep-lying midfielder, isn't he, the South Korean? Dropping into the middle of that back line and trying to get Blues play up the pitch. Here he is again. Schultz. Peacock Farrell looking for Laird, who's had to do a bit to keep it in play. Keller seeking Anderson, who has looked threatening for Blues in this opening 26.5 minutes. Here's Anderson in off the left. Paik with a bit of room to line one up, looking to exchange again. Not quite on the same wavelength. Castaneda allowed to turn away, and Paderborn emerged with the ball. Blues pressing high again and very nearly nicking it. It's a feature of Chris Davies and what he believes in. Blues not just pressing in that initial motion, but counter-pressing as well. But again, Paderborn find a way through that Blues press. Fernie this time forcing the error from Obermeier. Ethan Laird just drifting in field from that fullback position. A little bit left on the Blues fullback. Maswi. Anderson looking for May. Castaneda charged down, but plays to Herman, who has the freedom of the centre circle. Zetner into the box he goes, takes a bit of a tumble. The referee had a long look. It was Mujlu who had ventured forwards, and a bit of a push and a shove from Leif Fernie. A good competitive game this for Blues. Game played at a good tempo, and you listen to all the coaches during that pre-season stage, much about fitness as it is about anything else, and Chris Davies will have noticed one or two bits in this opening half an hour. The players will have added to their conditioning. Can Blues add to the scoring? Anderson finds Paik, return back to Anderson. Chops onto that right foot, looking to lift one towards Brandon Keeler, who was attacking the near post. Headed as far as Grimaldi. The two Paderborn front men combining. Renzi Majri, one of the 7 young players, professionals on the trip. He deployed as a central midfielder and a full-back as well, left back this afternoon. Castaneda. Michelu just dropping into this left-hand side and charged down by Ramel Donovan, who is working hard for Blues. Antonio Grimaldi just going to need a little bit of treatment from the Paderborn bench, and a chance for Chris Davies to have a word with his side and a few players to get some fluids on board as well. Of course, a year to the day since Knighthead took charge of the football club, fixing so much that was broken about Blues. You look at the bigger picture 1 year on, with Tom Wagner and Gary Cook as CEO, the senior leadership team putting so much change into the football club, so much spent as well, £33.5 million on a multitude of projects right across the football club, across the 3 sites. Stadium's been reopened, the foundation relaunched. Who could forget that sports quarter unveiling? Don't forget Category 1 academy commitments, huge commercial partnerships as well. It's been quite the 12 months for Birmingham City Football Club. So much to look forward to heading into the new season. It's one of the reasons why Chris Davies was attracted to the proposition of taking charge of Blues. And despite Blues still being in a bit of a huddle, having a conversation with the manager, the referee allowed play to continue, which Chris Davies not happy about the referee's assistant on this near side, who just waved play to continue, but a chance for Blues to break. Anderson. Drifted across from the left. Yeah, plenty of fluidity in the Blue side, isn't there? Alfie May now drifting over to that left-hand side. Keshi Anderson on the right. And O'Donovan down the centre for now. Here's Keller into May. Chance for him to have a strike on goal. Ricochet takes the ball high into the air. Paderborn trying to build. Goetze looking for Costans. It's an important interception from Paik. Donovan gives chase, just eased out the way. Goetze back to Schultz. Herman lifting it towards Grimaldi. Yeah, a real good physical battle for those boys across the Blues back line, both Sven Michel and Antonio Grimaldi. Big lads who are backing in. And Fogarty and Fairney fighting fire with fire. Svetner back to Michelu. Obermeyer onto his left foot, straight to the arms of Peacock Farrell. He hasn't had a lot to do, has he, other than to pick the ball out the back of his net. Blues goalkeeper shots have been called into action. Who's got to find a way of troubling Arne Schultz down the other end. Here's Majri. Keller this time dropping in, spreading the play. I think Koji Miyoshi, the intended target, but overhit. Costans looking for Michel. Maswi on the cover. Keller away from Castaneda. Donovan looking to take the charge to Paderborn, but puts the ball out of play. Alfie May harassing and pressing and supported by Koji Miyoshi. Back to Alfie May. This is a chance. Just got away from him. Good signs though from Blues. Alfie May in particular enjoys harassing and harrying opposition defenders. He was the catalyst for that breakdown from Paderborn inside their own box. Miyoshi found him with the cutback. But the former Charlton striker couldn't quite fashion the chances. We enter the last 7.5 minutes of this first period. As we mentioned at the top of the programme, expecting a full 11 changes going into the second half. You can see the Blues players in that corner just being put through the paces, so plenty of players getting minutes under their belt in this opening friendly of the summer. Masri. Neat work from Blues to switch flanks. Anderson, who has been busy in a blue shirt in this first half. Just looking to spread the play, Keshi Anderson. Nothing immediate, so lends it to Masri and has it back, and now he's on the charge. Here's Keshi Anderson galloping into the box, and he goes Anderson. The referee awards a free kick against the Blues wide man. It looked a little harsh. He asked the question of the referee, Arnes Talic. Scheller dispossessed. Here's Donovan. Little exchange with Keller. Off scurries Donovan across that centre of the pitch. And tenacious play from Tommy Fogarty, but called up by the referee. Having a good old tussle with Grimaldi and Michel. Scheller back to Schultz. Blues poised to press once more. It's Miyoshi who does just that. Ethan Laird on the follow-up. Behind these umbrellas, Blues had forced an issue, but a neat little chest down to his teammate from Sven Michel, and Brandon Keeler goes into the book for a professional foul. I think that is considered. It brings a dangerous looking counter-attack to a halt. Michlu looking for the crossfield ball to Obermeier. Grimaldi round the corner looking for Cohen Costans. A good defending from Menzi Majri, who was intent on playing his way out of trouble. Peik gives the corner away. Blues appeals for a free kick, waved away. Blues having to defend a set play, and these are important. Blues only scoring from one set piece last season. It is something that the coaching staff have addressed in training sessions here in Austria. Quite simply not a good enough return from dead ball situations. Alfie May and Fijar Michlu getting into a tussle. Referee speaking to Alfie May. Real good battle at that far post. An in-swinger from that right-hand side. Incoming. Headed clear by Ethan Laird, only as far as Costans, whose volley is up and over. Last couple of minutes then of this first half. Peik out to Anderson. Donovan makes the run from deep. We'll try and carry the ball towards the corner flag, and Blues will settle for a throw-in by the corner flag. Alfie May looks for Ethan Laird, just overhit. Paderborn being put through their paces behind the goal as well. So I can expect lots of changes going into that second half. Plenty for Chris Davies to think about, I'm sure, at the break. Here come Paderborn again, numbers driving forwards. Obermeier, Ethan Laird with the header, only as far as Zetner. Ball into the box once again. Grimaldi trying to control. Brandon Keeler looking for an out ball and finds it with Miyoshi. Michel out to Costans, and there is the half-time whistle. Blues trail by 2-0 here in Austria. 2 goals in 2 minutes by Sven Michel, the veteran striker. Puts daylight between the two sides. Lots for Blues to think about. Alfie May just receiving some treatment out on the grass for an issue that looks to be with his hand or his finger. So we'll keep an eye on that one. Lots of changes to be expected going into the second period, but it's half-time here at the Pagling Stadium. It's Blues 0, Paderborn 2.
Also Halbzeitplan im Freundschaftsspiel zwischen SC Paderborn und Birmingham FC 2:0. Torgezählt 13 Minuten, 19:0, Nummer 11 Sven, in der 14. Minute zum 2:0, ebenfalls Nummer 11 das Sven Michael.
Can you
Well, welcome back to Facebook and to YouTube for the second half of this pre-season friendly between Blues and SC Paderborn. A full 11 changes for Chris Davies' side. It's 11 changes for Paderborn as well, so lots for Blues to have a look at, and lots for Chris Davies to have a look at in terms of this second half, and a glimpse at all the players that are fit enough to feature out on this tour. We'll be given some minutes, so we'll run through the Blues change side in just a moment. There's an early touch for George Hall, who is looking to find Emil Hansen inside the 18-yard box. Ansat giving chase, big challenge for Said Kamara. So it's Ryan Alsop in goal, a back four of Byron Pendleton, Dion Sanderson, Said Kamara and Lee Buchanan. Josh Home, Jordan James in the middle of the park. Brian Bateman, the youngest, one of the youngest on tour here with this Blues side, in the middle of the park. George Hall, Emil Hansen and Lukas Jukovic. It's Paderborn launching their first attack of the second period. Klaas goes back to Enns. Blues on an offside flag. It was not forthcoming, kept in play, but eventually the flag is waved on this near side, and a chance to see another of Blues goalkeeper recruits of the summer in Ryan Alsop, who has developed quite a reputation with the ball at his feet, just how capable he is launching those attacks from deep. Certainly fits the style that Chris Davies wants this Blues side to play. And Lukas Jukovic, having signed a one-year deal, now part of the furniture, isn't he? The big Blues centre forward. Here's Sanderson. Jukovic back to Sanderson, looking to feed Hall down the right-hand side, who gallops away from his marker, looking to deliver, just jinking those feet in a tight area. It's back to Pendleton. Here's Josh Home. Buchanan into Hansen. Blues setting the early tempo of this second half. Sanderson finds Hall. Holmes made an early run, but the flag has been waved, and a good, honest young professional is Josh Home. He's captain the under-21s. Great set play deliveries. Real workman-like central midfielder. Plenty of quality as well. Turned round the corner, up towards Answer. Sanderson touch tight. Buchanan with a challenge, but it's Jordan James who just took a whack on the boot. Lauren Kerder with the clearance, and on the follow through just caught the young Welsh midfielder. Again, Chris Davies asking his side to press high up the pitch. Pendleton and George Hall doing just that. And forward for Elias Ansah, but also quick off his line and clips one up towards George Hall. He loses out. Paderborn back on the ball. Here's Martin Enns. Bilbaya looking forward. Out of play, and Blues will be looking to set the tempo, get themselves back in the game, get them on the score sheet. Here's home. James bouncing the pass into Buchanan. Home looking to combine. Momentarily got the wrong side of the Paderborn midfield. England who turns away from Hansen. Kurda, chance to deliver. Blocked by Buchanan. Hoffmeyer with the ball into the box, headed convincingly by Sanderson. Lukovic gives chase. Flag raised over Marco Pledel.
Die Nummer 9, Mika Bauer. Die Nummer 29, Ilias Ansa. Die Nummer 33, Marcel Hofmeier. Die Nummer 43, Martin Hens. Die Nummer 45, Marco
Kamara.
Die Nummer 12,
Into Sanderson, looking for a forward pass, but Blues just keeping it moving across that back line. Buchanan forward to Bateman. Dispossessed, he's Answer. Cut out by Kamara. Sanderson has time to get his head up. It's for George Hall.
Number 10, Lukas 15, Ryan Beverly. 16, Sami Kamara. Number 19, Jordan James. Number 23,
Ends into England's. Sanderson again with an important stop. Home tight on Answer. Here's Pendleton. Blues looking to play their way up the pitch. Temptation is always to find Lukas Jukovic at the most direct route, but refraining from it just now as Sanderson gets his head up, looking for Hansen. What a ball that is. Here is Emil Hansen, whose electric jinking feet of his. Back to Jordan James. James out towards Lukas Jukovic. Round the corner for George Hall. Pendleton into Home. Home gives it away, and now Blues on the back foot. And Allsop off his line. Bit of a speculative effort. Blues can start again with Sanderson. Kamara finds Buchanan. Kamara to Buchanan. James finds Bateman. One of the teenagers in the squad. Holmes forward pass away from Hall. Blues are back after it. Proves the goalkeeper. Out to Kurda once again. Kamara intercepts. Hansen back to Buchanan. Blues can settle on it. And that's the challenge of this second half. How do they penetrate this Paderborn defence? Patiently shifting it across the back line for now. Here's Buchanan. Into Pendleton, who's just tucked in from that full-back position. Switched with Dion Sanderson for the time being. Pendleton looking for George Hall. Here's Martin Enns. It's Bure in behind the Blues back line. It's finished with a plump, with the flag raised against Mika Bauer. Again, it's Blues looking to build a theme of the first 11 minutes of this second half. Lots of possession for the likes of Sanderson and Kamara. Buchanan too. Not really hurting the Paderborn backline. Here's Kamara. Giving Sanderson a bit to do back towards his own goal. Allsop patient with it, but Pendleton dispossessed, and this spells danger. And it's a big save from Ryan Allsop. Pounced at the effort. Gets enough behind it and sends the ball up and over for a Paderborn corner, but Pendleton just lost his footing and Paderborn pounced. Blues on the back foot. Bauer to take. And swinging from that left-hand side. Short on this occasion. Klaas, who'd come short. Answer with the header inside the Blues box. It's helped on again. Flag raised. Blues will have a free kick just outside the 6-yard box. Kamara to Buchanan. Here's Hansen. Engler's looking for answer. Away from Djukovic. This is a Paderborn side who have spent 8 days in Austria. Looking to add to the scoring further. Sanderson backing inside the box. It's a strike on goal. And it's 3 for Paderborn. Really smart finish into that top corner from Philip Bilbaya. And just checked onto that right foot of his and whipped it inside the post. No chance for Allsop. Blues 3-0 down. As we say, it is a Paderborn side who are kicking off their season against Hertha Berlin on the 3rd of August. They played Dynamo Kiev here 3 days ago. It's their 3rd pre-season friendly, and a side that are challenging for those top spots in Bundesliga 2. So a good stern test this for Blues, and if you pay much attention to scorelines in pre-season, which I know most managers will tell you they don't, you'd rather win games than lose them. Paderborn 3 goals to the good.
Ja, wir haben einen neuen Spielstand da, ein Vorbereitungsspiel, das ist Freundschaftsspiel zwischen SC Paderborn und seinem City FC. Wir haben einen neuen Spielstand da, in der 57 Minuten war es
Pendleton, of course, part of those development sides who reach the latter stages. And in the 18's case, won the Professional Development League last season. This is a very different challenge for some of those young players as Ansah lines up a shot and gets a shot off and adds a fourth for Paderborn. He's shaping to shoot on the edge of the box and found the bottom corner via the inside of the post. And as was the case in the first half, Blues concede twice in quick succession. As Paderborn add a fourth. Out on the clock.
Football fans, you have now 4-0. Wir haben wieder einen Spielverbrauch über Vorbereitungsspiel SC Paderborn und Birmingham City FC. 4-0, Torschütze zum 6-0, wo wieder die Maschine da Spiel ja.
Here's Buchanan. Sanderson looking for George Hall, but overhit. And Chris Davies bellowing instructions for his side to press, and it forced Paderborn to turn the ball over, and that's what he wants to see more of from his side, high up the pitch, being the aggressors and playing with that intensity. The Blues have lost out. Jordan James misplaced, and again a chance for Ryan Alsop, who watches the ball drift agonisingly wide. A let off for Blues. Alsop looking to start off this Blues move. Clips it towards Buchanan, though given away. Jordan James looking to pick up the pieces. Lukas Jukovic giving chase, but Paderborn in control. Hoffmeyer out towards that left-hand side. Blues looking to find an answer here, just on the back foot as Alsop tries to play out. Deflection gives Blues the throw in. I want to find the likes of George Hall and Emil Hansen, who's on this near side, a little more often. Those two wingers with bags of pace and those quick feet. Blues haven't managed to find a supply line as yet. Another set piece for Paderborn. Hansen this time putting the press on. Buchanan on the follow-up. Bateman there as well to prevent Paderborn from playing their way out of trouble. Cross-field pass which Hall will chase. Home there as well. Blues all going in unison. Paderborn trying to play through this Blues press. Sanderson finds Pendleton. Hall back to home. 2 touches finds James. Kamara releases Buchanan. Jukovic Wins the free kick and wants to make sure that this set play is set up correctly. Buchanan standing over it. Sanderson makes his way forward. Jordan James as well. I mentioned the work that had gone into set plays this week. Can Blues profit from one in this second half. Buchanan looking for Jukovic at the back post, who rises well, very nearly fell to George Hall. Paderborn bench are appealing for a free kick, nothing given. It was a set play that caused a little bit of panic in that Paderborn box. The Blues keep up that momentum. Buchanan out to Hansen. Can he have a little run at his man? Off he goes. Looking for a forward pass. Opens it out to George Hall in a little more space on the far side. Hall feeds Hansen. Looks for the cutback. Didn't quite get enough purchase on it to find Jukovic, but lively stuff from Emil Hansen. Lots been made of those acceleration out on that wide left-hand side from Hansen. Some eye-watering figures in terms of goal involvements from a couple of seasons ago. Implied his trade in Holland. Can he have an impact this afternoon? Buchanan into Hansen, back to James. Home. Looking at run from deep. Feet from Kamara. Here's James. Bateman gets his body in. James opens the play out to Sanderson. Better from Blues. Buchanan. But he's moving it with a little bit more intensity. Picking and probing forwards. Buchanan into Jukovic. Round the corner to Bateman. Pendleton couldn't quite get the ball under his spell. And now Blues again counter-pressing. Jordan James, tug of the shirt and into the book. Here's Mika Bauer. Kamara to Buchanan. He's got stuck between his feet, falls kindly to Pendleton, who opens up, looking to feed Josh home. Door shut on him. And a free kick given against the Blues midfielder. Just under a quarter of the game remaining. Blues trailing by 4-0 here in Austria. Paderborn have played their way through the middle of the pitch here. Answer is onside. The flag was raised early. Question marks asked over the assistant on this near side as to whether it was in fact Answer who was the subject of the flag. Of course, a busy week for Blues next week. A couple of fixtures, including that Solihull Moors trip on Wednesday evening. Here's George Hall looking to deliver. It's over Hansen. Bateman looking to keep it away from two orange shirts and does well to win a throw-in. Referee wants to speak to Lee Buchanan, I think, who wasn't happy with Julius Anser, who kicked the ball away, so a little shove in the chest. The referee gives him a telling off. Blues eager to get the ball back on the pitch and try and find a goal from somewhere. Bateman back to Buchanan. Switches to Sanderson. Encouraged forwards. Here's Hall. Home has made that run from deep. Pendleton an option as well. Blues forced back towards the midway point. Hall, little 1-2 with Home. George Hall puts the burners on. Good defending to deny George Hall the ball in behind. Marco Kleedel on that far side. They're trying to keep their opponents penned in here. Falls as far as Jordan James, though the referee awards a free kick for a high boot. Kamara with the challenge, Bateman on the follow-up. George Hall will give chase. All the way through to Florian Prus. Became a little more pedestrian. Josh Home trying to go through the gears. Jukovic on the follow-up, but Paderborn play around that Blues press and again find space in the midfield third. Hall goes to ground. Can't quite believe the free kick has gone against him. Kerder. Hoffmeyer to Kerder once more. Buchanan this time makes the challenge. Paderborn playing the game at their pace, really. Just starving Blues of the ball. And Home. Oh, it's a loose touch from the young Blues midfielder who read that pass. And now Blues are racing back towards their own half. Sanderson back to Allsop. Allsop looking for Hansen. Drills one towards the Blues new boy. James into Jukovic. Bankman picks up the pass. Good feet from Jordan James in a tight area, and Blues still have it. James into the box. The Blues have a corner. Jordan James into the book for a push, but Blues have a set play. And a chance to reduce the arrears here. That's a penalty. Referee's had a long look at it. And he's asked for the corner to be taken again. Well, that is surprising. I'm not sure. Well, he's booked Marcel Hoffmeyer and then asked for the corner to be taken again. Much to many Blues and Blue supporters' surprise, but set play from this near side. And it comes right over the near post. Headed clear though by Anser. Pendleton back to Hansen, but Blues a little open as Anser tries to pick up the ball. Here's Sanderson. He hasn't got too much in front of him, though he has got Lukas Jukovic, who chest down. Wouldn't quite fall for Jukovic to get the shot away. Blues still showing some fight, despite a 4-0 scoreline. Just under 15 remaining here on Facebook and YouTube. Kamara to Buchanan. James to Hansen. Kamara looking for Pendleton, will find Home. He keeps it moving out towards George Hall, who's onside. Might find Lukas Jukovic here. It's a big touch around the goalkeeper. It's taken the big blue striker a little wide. Looking to turn his marker and keeps it away from a couple of challenges. Josh Home will settle for the throw-in. The Blues getting closer here to finding the score sheet. Giving these Blues fans something to cheer who have made the trip over for the weekend. Dare I say, some of them staying for Sunday's Euro 2024 final. And here's Hansen. Buchanan switches the play out towards Hall. Sanderson back to Alsop. The ball kicked out towards Hansen. Home again, the aggressor on the front foot, though Paderborn found a way through that Blues midfield. Have your orange shirts racing forward. One of them Kruder on this near side. Kamara retreating. Hansen chops away from his man and off he goes. The sight of the acceleration from Emil Hansen. And again, Blues working it across that back line from one side to the next. It's Buchanan into James, who's seen a bit of the ball. Jukovic dropping a little deeper. Buchanan to Hansen. Pendleton into Home. Home looking to release George Hall. A little too much on it from Josh Home. Ends back to Kruder. Jukovic putting the pressure on. Hofmeyer back to Prus. Engels. Delivery into their box. It's Enser. There's 3 orange shirts. Kruder keeps it moving. They've played their way through that Blues backline and had a fifth. It's a well-worked goal for the German side. Just when Blues were starting to threaten the Paderborn goal, they're struck with a really neat move from the Bundesliga 2 outfit to make it 5-0 and put the seal on a commanding display. And they just worked the ball really well around that 18-yard box, and the cutback tapped in.
Wir haben schon wieder einen neuen Spielstand in der 81. Minute. 15-0 für SC Paderborn.
Here's Sanderson. Jukovic gives chase as we enter the last 8.5 minutes. We'll hear from manager Chris Davies after the match. We get his thoughts and reflections on Blues' time out here in Austria. Will the team head back home tomorrow afternoon? James loses out. Answer again. This time it's Buchanan who gets his body in the way. Also to Kamara. Here's Buchanan. Looking for Jukovic with the forward pass onto the chest of Lukas Jukovic. Bateman. Blues still fighting for possession. Hansen trying to just inject a bit of urgency into this Blues performance, and again try and mark the score sheet to give those Blues fans something to cheer about. Pendleton to Sanderson. Again, one of those balls angled to out Emil Hansen. Sanderson going on a mazy run down that right-hand side. The Blue skipper looks for Jukovic. It may find Hansen. It's going to be Hansen. It's going to be Jukovic. It's going to be cleared. Arguably the nearest Blues have come to finding the back of the net. And it was Deon Sanderson who took matters into his own hands down the right-hand side. Bursting run. Evaded Jukovic. Hansen kept it alive, but big Blue striker couldn't get enough on the finish. Home finds Hall. Paderborn back behind the ball. Hall looking to exchange passes with Josh Home. Off the back of Brian Bateman. Jordan James fighting for the ball in the centre circle. Hansen trying to combine with Bateman. Now players have got to keep going. All about the conditioning, what they can get out of the game, despite the scoreline. Plenty of fixtures to come for these players in the next few weeks as we build up towards that season opener with Reading on the 10th of August. A trio of friendlies away from St Andrews before that Rangers fixture in West Bromwich Albion conclude pre-season. Paderborn looking to add a sixth here as Kamara lunges into clear. Pendleton looks for Jukovic, who's leading the line and keeps it away from Hoffmeyer. George Hall eventually awarded the free kick. Buchanan, Hansen again. Off he goes, just with that run in off the left-hand side. Hall looking for Pendleton. Again, just overhit from a Blues perspective and out for a Paderborn goal kick. Also up with a clearance, 2 minutes remaining. Blues 0, Paderborn 5, but worthwhile workout for two teams of 11 deployed by Chris Davies this afternoon. I'm sure he'd have noticed a fair amount. Blues had a lot of the ball in this area, haven't they, across that back line with Kamara and Sanderson, Buchanan in particular. Haven't been able to ask too many questions of that Paderborn back line. Bateman loses it. It's away from James, and then Bateman concedes the free kick, looking to atone for his loss of possession. They've gone short, in behind Hansen here. Hansen makes the challenge and out of play for a goal kick, so the short free kick comes to nothing. Seconds remaining here on YouTube and Facebook. As we mentioned, Blues back in action next week, back in England to play Solihull Moors on Wednesday evening at the Arnco Arena in the annual Arthur Cup fixture. And that rounds off Blues' first pre-season friendly of the season. It ends in defeat to Paderborn, but a worthwhile workout for players. A mixture of senior and younger professionals have made the trip out to Austria. Plenty for them to ponder. Under the watchful eye of Chris Davies and his management staff, we'll hear from the Blues boss across club channels this evening, get his thoughts on the 4-day tour here out in Austria, and look forward to our fixture with Solihull Moors on Wednesday evening when it finishes here on Blues TV. Blues 0, SC Paderborn 5.